Welcome. Time to take a look at what's making headlines in the world of business. My name is Abi Agina. Blockchain technology is increasingly becoming the biggest symbol of industrial revolution for many industries, including insurance companies. The adoption of these technologies is set to improve data security and save costs through cutting time of claim processes in insurance companies. All this means better service delivery and a better quality of life for consumers.
Customer trust is one of the key demands when it comes to driving profitable growth for insurance companies. This, therefore, demands various companies to adopt digital transformation such as blockchain technology, a distributed peer-to-peer ledger of blocks that is incorruptible.
Confidentiality of that car, the integrity is there with the data and the encryption is there. If we breach the encryption of that car, what happens is that the braking patterns, intellectual property, becomes public knowledge around the world.
Although insurance companies stand to be the most vulnerable to blockchain, uptake will be a major competitive advantage for the early adopters. Blockchain can be used when sharing data, accessing information, and equally verifies execution before processing transactions in an organization.
Just Hennessy and Company, or more simply Hennessy, is a cognac house with headquarters in Cognac, France. Just Hennessy and Company sells about 50 million bottles of cognac a year worldwide and is a constituent company of the world's largest luxury goods company, LVMH.
So it's really nice, to come here and say, okay, what challenges are you facing? This is how we solved it. How did you go about it?
My family has been producing cognac Hennessy for the last 252 years. I live in the town of Cognac in southwest France, which is surrounded by a vineyard where we make wine, which is used to make Hennessy cognac.
Kenyans transacted a total of 1.763 trillion shillings in mobile money in 2017, the latest quarterly results by the Communications Authority of Kenya. This reaffirms the significance mobile money transfer platforms continue to play in the Kenyan society. The report further goes on to show that mobile telephony is now the preferred mode for many consumers. The number of active mobile subscriptions rose from 41 million recorded in the first quarter to 42.8 million subscriptions, which marked a growth of 4.4% over the period. Subsequently, the mobile penetration level increased to 94.3% from 90.4% recorded in the preceding quarter. Women in technology got a shot in the arm from Standard Chartered Bank after it awarded 5 women-led startups 1 million shillings each to scale up on their applications. The funding is under the Women in Tech Incubator Program, a partnership with IBIS Africa and Strathmore University. The 5 startups include Africa Solutions, Maziwa Plus, Heroin Online, ZD, Bismart. Apart from the seed funding, the startups will be given membership to the Kenyan Women in Technology Fellowship Program and Alumni Network. With most startups coming up in Africa, organizations are angling towards funding ideas that are impact-driven to deliver value.
We are the UN entity that works on issues of gender equality and women's empowerment. And we do that by coordinating our other sister UN agencies to make sure that they take responsibility and empowering women and girls.
Women in Technology Incubator Program has created Africa's leading women tech support program, connecting women in business to technology. It is our hope that as a bank that this investment will see top female-led startups transform into viable businesses and create more job opportunities for our youth.
Let's take you to the county of Garissa now. And the Department of Trade in Garissa has issued a 1-month notice for all traders to present their weighing machines for verification. Addressing the press after launching the verification exercise, Chief of Trade and Enterprise Development Mahata Sala says that despite the department being devolved devolved function, I beg your pardon, the county is using the National Trade Act of weight and measures. The verification exercise, which is done once in a year, requires all traders who are using the scales and the balance to have their machines verified. The verification is done free of charge. The chief officer further urged the traders to voluntarily avail their equipment for re-verification in the event they think it is not serving them well.
Today, happy to flag off a campaign, a one-month campaign exercise that will entail on a verification exercise for weigh and measures. This is a very important exercise because it is anchored in the Kenyan law, an Act of Parliament, Chapter 513 and Chapter 505 of the Trade Act. It is a very important thing. It is an annual event which entailed all the traders, small or big, medium traders who are using the scales and balance in their shops.
Well, that's all the time we had here for the business news. I leave you with the day's financial report.